Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm Spiritual Coach Lisa Hobb. It is Sunday, June 1st, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new to me and this podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahobb.com. It is all about my work, upcoming events, and how to schedule an appointment. And for those of you who listen consistently, just about every week, thank you. I always get amazed, blown away by how many people tell me that they listen. It comes out of nowhere, like they'll be walking away from me. Oh, by the way, love your podcast. I'm like, wow, thank you. It just makes my life. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, if you are listening to this on YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you connect with this podcast. And yes, I'm also on other platforms such as Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Apple. I'm getting around. And that's okay. And yes, you can also click on by visiting my business page on Facebook under Lisa M. Hobb, Spiritual Coach and Media. I'm also on Instagram under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hobb. So thank you again. I'm starting with the topic today, which if this is not your first time listening, last week I covered identity shifting. So I'd like to extend it a bit this week and talk about the science of past, present, and future. Now, I'm a plain speaker. Scientific terms can sometimes make my head spin. So I'm not going to start using a lot of those terms right now. I'm just going to, in my own way, speak and explain how energy works and how your past, your present, and your future actually create your future. Yes. And everything you put your emotions to creates your future. So let me get into the nitty-gritty of this, because we haven't been thinking about it. At least most people. I am now. The great teachers are now and did, such as Neville Goddard, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Greg Braden, Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, those who are still on earth, and those who are no longer on earth but left us great teachings. Bob Proctor is one. Bob Proctor, who wrote Born to be Rich. It's almost like a little ebook, and I do believe that you might be able to come across that either very cheap to purchase or even free to download. He was in the movie The Secret back in 2006, 2007. And he was a great teacher. He was a teacher all around the world. And he really is a spirit guide from heaven now. And I've seen it this week myself, where I was kind of looking, in the last 2 weeks, for my current recent mentor. And these people started popping up. And they're popping up who learned from him. So I knew that he pointed me to them. And I know that he's doing that with others. Heaven will help you in every way. Source will help you in every way. And the energy that was Bob Proctor on this planet is still helping, still teaching, still doing his job from that other dimension. And I just am amazed and grateful about that. So do know that it's, when somebody crosses over, it doesn't mean everything just stops. So back to the topic and what I've learned. Everything that you put your emotion to, you create. So let's say that you are going about your day. Every time, we'll start with the past. Every time you think of the past, it moves over into your future. Because when you think of the past, we're putting high emotion to it, aren't we? Most of the time. If you're not, you've healed from it. But if you've healed from it, you're probably not thinking about it unless something happens to bring up what is called a trigger or a memory to, it could be a song. It could be running into someone at the store. But when you put emotion to the memory of the past, you've just circulated into recreating it in your future. It cycles. So let's say you had a disagreement with someone, and it was highly emotional, of course, whenever we have disagreements. Every time you think about it, you're putting your emotional take on it. And sometimes we can increase it because of our emotions. That you, that old you that had that moment, is now moving into the future. So in a case of identity shifting, when you're trying to become new you, new body, new life, whether it be wealth, health, or love, or all of them, as soon as you think about a memory of your old self and relive that emotion, you're now old you. So you've dropped off the proverbial new you bandwagon, right? Yes. And so what you perhaps would say to yourself, I don't want anymore, has just gone into your future so you can live it again. Now, how do you live it again? Through the emotions, through being that old you person that is stuck in those emotions, and sometimes the event itself. How many of you, I know some of you, have stayed in relationships that cycle. You keep giving them another shot, trying to work it out, trying to give it time, investing. That's old you. Wanting the old to become the new, but only the new can become the new. All right? So, the old you emotions now is going to create from that standpoint. It's going to create, for instance, it's going to create relationships that would still bring about that discord. Like a mirror to what you're still experiencing. I realized in the last few years that there were relationships in my life, that were similar. And it didn't matter if they were biological or not biological. I was like, wow, I'm attracting, not all together, but some of the same vibration around me. And so I've got to go with that, especially if it's not what I'm wanting. And of course it's not what I'm wanting if I'm realizing, it in a way that is not healthy to me and my life. And I've gone at it. I have. That's when we honor new self and let go of what old self used to put up with. It's really about a clean break. So when you look back on moments that you didn't feel your best, when you had the discord, when someone broke your heart, when you broke somebody's heart, that's all your past replaying itself out like a movie that's on marathon or a Netflix series that's on marathon. You're streaming it still. I'm just going to address that and then I'll tell you what to do about it. So now I want to go over to the future. How many of you, and probably some days all of you that are listening, wake up and think about your day before you even get out of bed or while you're having breakfast? This is what I have to get done today. This is how I feel about what I want to get done today. This is the time that I have to use today? And again, putting emotions to it. Are you happy? Or are you putting frustrations? Are you feeling stressed because you don't know if you can get it all done? Are you thinking about going into an office where the same people are waiting for you and how you're going to feel when you get in there? Now, if you are wanting new you, you're probably walking and thinking into a scenario at your, if you're, still have the job or business, walking into that area not completely happy. You are creating the future with old you, expecting the same people, the same personalities, the same outcome. You're noticing what you don't want instead of being grateful for what you do want. That's old you. So you have not paradigm shift when you wake up in the morning, or identity shifted. Both are the same. You have not done that when you're waking up in the morning and thinking about what awaits you. How do you counteract this? The present. I tell someone almost every day, stay in the present moment. Present moment. With focus, with affirmations, with meditations that are not focusing on the past or the future. Yes, in the present moment with meditations, in that moment, you can line up your future through visualizing your ideal life, yourself cured in their loving relationship, in the ideal vocation, in the ideal wealthy mindset. Yes, that creates your future, but it's done in the present moment. It's not keeping it apart from you with, I wish this to happen. I wish this would change outside of me. There I go again. I'm heading into the office. I can't wait for my vacation time. I'll start on Monday with doing healthy practices or meditation. Procrastination is old self, not new self. So being in the present moment is simple, but it's not always easy when we're living in this world where we have distractions. We have people around us. So there has to be a discipline and a focus about staying there. And I understand. I call it for myself offline or online sometimes. It's like, oh, you're offline, get back online. Or sometimes I'll just say, get back in the present. And I do talk to myself out loud. I can lose the present moment while ironing. And it's simple tests like that can throw us off. But what is the ideal is when you are doing a task like painting or ironing or especially driving. Driving is often easy for me. There's something very self-hypnosis meditative for me about driving because I'm focusing ahead of me. I'm focusing on the safety, so I'm centered. So that's easier for me. But if you're one that drives, and yes, there are those out there, that's why we run through traffic lights, all right? If you're centered in the present moment, you're not going to accidentally go through a traffic light. You're not going to accidentally do anything because you're centered in the present moment. Your focus is fully there. So it's better all around. It is better not only for creating your future, it's better for your health in every way. And it also is better, it is the only way to manifest what you're truly wanting. See, when you're in the present moment, you're new you, your new body. You are not focused on the outward of, here I am still at the same place. You are not focused on, I wish other people would change or that circumstance would change for me. Outward. You're inward, because it is such a discipline to be centered in the present moment. You're strong-willed about it. You become it. You get in your life who you are. You don't get anything because of luck, because of hard work, really. You get it because of who you are. So in order to get what you're truly wanting, you have to be in every moment who you truly are, who you truly want to be. You see? Do you see? I hope I'm clear. So here's the thing why I say it's science. It's been proven. It's energy. Your mind and your heart and your body altogether responds to your emotions. Every second of every day, and it comes out in your dreams at night when you go to bed. I love, some people say they don't dream, but I love my dreams. It tells me where I'm at. Because dreams will often replay what you've exposed yourself to. So it's kind of like a report card. But who you are emotionally, when you look at the past, when you're thinking about your day ahead, is what you get on repeat. So the only way to negate it and to give you what you truly want is to look at the past differently and with different emotions. So when you look at the past and you catch yourself going back to that moment that you didn't like, start throwing gratitude at it. It's not really a step to try to block it, negate it in some other way, because it'll keep coming up to be healed. But if you can look at the past and say, I'm grateful for that moment. Maybe it saved me from something down the road. Maybe it gave me information I wouldn't have had otherwise. Maybe it forced me into a change that I wouldn't have made otherwise. You see and feel, really feel the gratitude, the blessings. And by the way, also, this is amazing. You can go back to that scene that replays and replays and replays, and you can change it. You can rewrite the script. Like a movie, that scene is inspired by true life events, not based on. So you can see and especially again feel the discord working out, healing done, peace, calm, forgiveness. You got to feel it though. It can't be shallow. You got to feel it. But when you do that, that's why forgiveness is so important. You actually heal your future. Set up your future for more prosperity, health, and love. You are a manifesting rock star. So let's say the future. When you wake up in the morning and you catch yourself thinking about your day, unless you're excited, if you're thinking about your day, I've got to go into work. Let's get this done. I think I want to eat this today. Anything that is, you can tell immediately is old you stop it and you get in the moment. And say to yourself at that moment, affirmations. The universe supports me in every way. Everything always works out for me. I am in the process. I am on my way. Present moment. It is best not to say I will. Anything futuristic. I am in the process is good because I am is present. And get those feelings before you even get out of bed. Get them going. I'm going to make this day the best day ever. The universe will provide magic and miracles for me. You've heard this before, probably. Or someone stubs their toe getting out of bed and they go, see, that's how things go. That's how my day's going to go. You just created your day. Because you expect your day to continue to go that way. And then when it does, you think you're a psychic rock star. You're not. You just created what you didn't want. When you catch yourself getting up and old you is the one that's awakened, go back to new you. Dress the part, become the part, feel the part, speak the part, know the part, walk around like that part, and you will see transformation. And no matter what's happening in your environment, you stay in the present moment. You are new you, sometimes having to perform old you tasks, but you're still new you. You see? This can get fun. Now, here is something that needs to be said. Sometimes physical takes time. You gotta keep it up. Every day in every way. Because I always tend to know and believe that the longer it takes, the better it is. The bigger it is. But yes, it can be work. It can be frustrating to not see it. But here's a key again. When you're looking for it around you, you're old you. You're recreating the lack of it. So you can't wait for it. You can't look for it. Try not to be impatient for it. Because when you do that, you're recreating into your future the lack of it. So, for instance, if you knew you has six figures in your bank accounts, don't be constantly checking your bank account for it, because you're not going to potentially see it right away, or you could. But when you're looking for it, you push it back from your physical reality. And so that's looking for it. That's waiting for it. That's watching for it. You can't do it. You just know it's done. So yes, you can't not get away with it. You have to watch your emotions. Now here's something I want to say to you. Because emotions isn't about, oh, I'm happy, I'm joy. You're allowed to have days where you're sad. You're allowed to have days that you're cranky. The people who are new selves on this world still have to deal with hiccups here and there, still have to deal with loss, still have to deal with days where they're tired. You do not attract what you don't want when you're sad. If you are in new body, new you sad. You only attract what you potentially don't want, or say don't want, when you're old you. But if new you has a moment where you're cranky, you haven't negated what you want to create. You're just having a new you cranky moment. Now, it doesn't mean you should always be cranky, of course, because what we put out, we get back in some way, sure. You want to heal your anger. You want to heal your unforgiveness, of course, but again, that's old you. So yes, it's all right sometimes to say, I'm not feeling the joy today. It's all right as long as you're not feeling the joy walking around like you got it going. Do you understand? So don't be paranoid or obsessive about your emotions. Just notice, are these emotions current or are they past playing out? Because if they're past playing out, you're not creating what you want. You're only creating what you're used to, what you've been programmed to create. Now, Dr. Joe Dispenza says that by 35 years old, you're just living on autopilot. You've been programmed. You get up, you have the same day. You get up and you brush your teeth the same way. Your habits are the same in every other way. He says 95% of the time you go into a grocery store, you turn right. I do that, but I don't mind. It doesn't stop new you by turning right at the grocery store. But his point is that you're just playing out like you are like a character in your own movie without really focused on. It's already been set up and it's playing out like a role. A lot of our programming, the inner child, happens by 7. The things that block us. What an adult said to us. How adults were acting around us. Our emotions are attached to that too. We often blame ourselves for things, usually, that aren't our fault. But 35. So here's what I say to you. A child may not understand, but an adult does. As an adult, you have the power to change yourself however you want. You're at the steering wheel. Your programming is yours to change. It can be reprogrammed. It can get new software. It can get new hardware. But the disciplined work has to be done. It cannot be done by somebody else. It cannot be done by a change in your environment. It cannot be done with a change in winning something. It can only be done through inner change and inner focus, mindsets, beliefs, emotions. That is how a pauper becomes a millionaire, through claiming new self. And then doors and windows open up. I hope that was clear. I hope that was an aha. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me again today. And again, if you're listening to this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. And follow me at my business page on Facebook under Lisa M. Hop, Spiritual Coach and Medium. And any other platform, if you can like and follow, please do. And if you have any ideas for topics, please email me at serenityharbor@verizon.net, because if I don't know it, I will learn it. That's what I'm here for. I knew when I was just a wee me that I was here to be a spiritual teacher, but spiritual teachers never stop learning. So give me things to learn. I would appreciate it. Thank you again. Till next time, many blessings.